Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie, and hopefully you guys have all had a chance to see some of my Comic-Con panels that I've posted. I try to get as many as possible, especially some of the ones that you guys really requested. So now I know you all want to talk about all the trailers, so I asked you on Twitter which one you wanted to see first, and Avengers won. Of course, I kind of expected that. Because there are so many others to do, I will explain at the end of this video which other ones I'm going to be doing this week, and I'll announce who won my Marvel giveaway. Hello to any new people. If you're just finding me for the first time or you found me during all my Comic-Con stuff, welcome. I do Marvel videos every week. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'm even going to be doing a whole bunch of Guardians videos this week just because the movie's out in theaters. They even announced Guardians 2 at Marvel, but I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. Let's talk about that WTF Avengers 2 trailer. In case you didn't see it, I did a video a couple weeks ago that ended up being pretty close to the footage they showed off at Comic-Con. Of course, the actual trailer that they showed off had a bunch of new footage that no one else had seen before. I know a bunch of you guys have asked me, and no, I can't post the actual footage from the trailer. It's super illegal. Disney would throw me into a deep, dark black hole in the ground. There were actually a bunch of people that leaked Deadpool footage, as well as the Batman vs. Superman clip. Fox, Marvel, Warner Brothers, they're all going to sue them into oblivion. On the other hand though, Marvel was really nice and posted a whole bunch of pictures of the props and behind the scenes stuff, so I will use those when I'm talking about the footage. So careful for spoilers if you don't want to know anything about Avengers Age of Ultron. I talked about this in previous videos before, but you could consider it kind of spoilery because most of you will not be able to see this trailer for the next 8 months. So I'll wait just a second. Okay, here we go. First, there was the party scene that I've talked about before. It's in a fully operational Avengers Tower. It's sick how awesome it looks. If you remember at the end of the first Avengers movie, Tony Stark and Pepper Potts were looking at blueprints. All the Avengers, including Thor, are living on Earth full-time in this movie, or have been. Guardians of the Galaxy happens about 6 months earlier in the timeline, but they have not interacted with the Avengers yet. I repeat, yet. They will eventually. So what's been happening since Winter Soldier is the Avengers have been going around the world cleaning up these remaining Hydra cells, like the labs that Baron von Strucker was in at the end of Winter Soldier with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Remember, he also had Loki's staff in that bunker too. Because Hydra was so embedded in the organizations of the world, the day-to-day grind of cleaning up all these remnants has gotten too exhausting, and to maximize efficiency, Tony Stark creates Ultron. He's like an 8-foot-tall robot that looks like he's been built out of other Iron Man suits, but he has a new AI that Tony develops based on Jarvis that has the ability to learn, you know, like Terminator Skynet style. Ultron's mission parameters, as defined by Tony Stark, are to eradicate evil and make the world a better place. Cue the scary music. Because of the way robots think with the cold efficiency of a machine, and because of the loose language and operating parameters that Tony Stark inputs, Ultron ultimately determines that humans are the problem, and in order to make the world a better place, they need to be eliminated. Thus, Ultron begins his war against the Avengers, armed with his own army of Ultron replicants. So in the Avengers Tower, during this big party scene, it just starts with them laughing and having fun, chilling out, taking turns trying to pick up Thor's hammer. Thor obviously says, "You are all unworthy," even though Captain America is kind of able to make it budge. Everyone in Hall H went freaking crazy whenever that happened. In the comics, Captain America's actually used Thor's hammer a couple times, but he's never done it on screens, so you guys will totally go nuts whenever you see it in theaters. So then there's a big noise, everyone turns, and it's Ultron. He's busting into their party, and he says, "There is one path to peace, your extinction." And then he just opens fire on them. Then it cut to a montage of WTF action scenes with explosions all over the world, Bruce Banner in the woods, tanks fighting in the snow, all over the place, like literally all over the world. Then it cuts to another scene where Tony Stark has this line, he says, "This is the end of the path that I put us on," and Black Widow says, "Nothing lasts forever." Then it cuts to a different scene. Tony Stark is fighting Hulk in his Hulkbuster armor. This is the concept art, but here's a look at the actual prop replica of the arm. It's freaking awesome, right? Then it cuts to another scene of Ultron saying, "Look, no strings on me," with a little bit of wit. Obviously, you have to picture James Spader's creepy robot voice coming out of his face. Picture one of his speeches from The Blacklist, only processed to sound more like a machine voice, like Jarvis. So then it ends on a scene with Tony Stark looking over this like debris-strewn battlefield with all the Avengers just having the shit kicked out of them. Even Captain America's shield has been cracked. This is actually what the prop looks like in real life, so this is what it's going to look like in the movie. And it's basically the scene that happens after this promo image, you know, the big one that all the posters combined to make over the past weekend that they released. They basically went up against Ultron in a big army of his replicants and got their asses handed to them. Andy Serkis did appear briefly in the background of a battle scene. It was super quick, but it was live action, meaning that it wasn't a mocap creature, and he was most definitely evil looking. So whenever you're theory crafting about who he might be playing, just think of, human people in the Marvel Universe, villains that are real people. I don't think it's going to be MODOK or anything. I'm still thinking of MODOK as like a Patton Oswalt joke. Just that Patton Oswalt, whenever he heard he was going to be on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., thought that he might be playing MODOK, just because of the way he looks. But that's pretty much it. So you've seen what Ultron looks like in his final form, but we're actually going to see the evolution of his, upgrades throughout the course of the movie. This poster that they released, the really cool looking one, is not what he looks like when Tony Stark first builds him. Before he turns on them, he looks more like an Iron Man suit. One of the first things that Joss Whedon said about Ultron is that as he learns more, he will continue to upgrade himself until he looks like he does in that poster. If you guys watched the panel footage I uploaded, whenever Josh Brolin came out with the Infinity Gauntlet, it actually made me think, what if Thanos steps in to help for a price, like bargaining the Tesseract for his assistance? Of course, it's going to be Vision to take Ultron on directly. He's like the good son of Tony Stark. They've kind of explained it as like a good son, bad son situation. Think of Avengers 2 as like a story about two brothers, Ultron and Vision, like Cain and Abel in the biblical sense, except the ending is a little bit different. Ultimately, I still think the Marvel panel was one of the best ones at Comic-Con. People were a little disappointed just because they have 6 mystery films. They didn't talk about any of them. They basically just talked about all the films in 2015, Ant-Man and Age of Ultron. And I think there are a couple practical reasons why they did that. The biggest being that they have a ton of unsigned deals with actors, writers, and directors for all those films. So until all those people have signed ink on paper, the dates for all those respective movies where they want to put them could totally change. Think about all the stuff that's been going on with Ant-Man. So they've lost a ton of people. A bunch of actors just bailed out of the movie. They don't have a finished script and they start shooting in a couple weeks. So that just gives you an idea of how far behind Marvel is right now. So they have all these other films, but people have just not signed their deals yet. The other big reason why I don't think they tease big Phase 3 stuff is the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's being released this week. And if they talk too much about other big films, it would probably steal a little bit of thunder from it. They just want to spend more time promoting a movie that's coming out in a week rather than one that's coming out in like 4 years. It sucks they didn't confirm anything, but they did drop Guardians 2. That's being released July 28th, 2017. James Gunn had already said he was going to direct it if the first one did well enough, and based on projections and early ticket sales, it totally will. So yeah, Marvel panel was good, not quite as good as the Tom Hiddleston panel from last year, but Batman Superman I would say is like a close second. It was pretty cool to see the Holy Trinity up on stage, even if they didn't talk or do anything. Ant-Man was a little bit weird with Michael Douglas old man-splaining the plot of the movie, given that we're all comic book nerds and we've read Ant-Man before, but what do you expect? He's Michael Douglas. But I will be doing a whole bunch of Guardians videos just because that movie's coming out. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'll be doing some Guardians 2 videos too, just with stories I think they should do. Obviously, we want them to bring Nova into the story. It's like the next big step for their franchise, as well as deepening the Thanos mythology in preparation for Avengers 3. So in case you didn't see, I started a whole bunch of videos last week for like Marvel, Flash, all the big things that I do on my channel that were at Comic-Con. So I'll be announcing the winners for each of those whenever I post those trailer videos. The winner of my Marvel giveaway is Amy Hales, so congrats, you win a Marvel Funko Pop figure of your choice. I'll be messaging you on your channel for details, but congratulations. So I have like 8 or 10 other giveaways, so if you do end up winning one of the giveaways and you don't see a message from me, just message me on Twitter. There's a link for that in the description. I'm trying to keep it all straight, there's just so much stuff to get through this week. So my next big trailer breakdown, as you guys requested, is going to be the Arrow Season 3 trailer with Ra's al Ghul. You can click here to get that. I'll add the annotation as soon as I post it. And you can click here to watch the full Marvel panel. If you haven't watched it, you should totally check it out. It's amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. High fives.